Okay. So after that Blake Street School one, I was watching and I heard that young girl, she talked about drums. Like she wanted drums for the school. Yeah, that's on the list. I'll get you kids, whatever you guys want over here. Whatever you want. And you get it. So because she wanted drums, that made me think of a song by Bon Jovi called Bang a Drum. Basically talking about, I went to see the preacher, Anthony, just the other day to ask him how to pray. He said, if you want to tell Anthony something, you ain't, gotta hold your heads. You just gotta say it with your heart and soul and believe it. And Anthony says, there you go, amen. Because that's what the song's about. Because I'm the creator, not that other guy. So if you go back and listen to the song, it's about me teaching you how to pray. But, I haven't really got to that point yet, but there's a specific ceremony you got to do purify yourself 100% of sin at the quantum subatomic level. Because every atom in your body, that's your spirit. Because we're made up of atoms. Think of you being made of a spirit material. That spirit is carrying sin as negative electricity that has to be purged from your body. And the only way to do that is to purify yourself of sins through a specific ceremony where you then have to eat a meal with the four food groups. Honey, insects. I would say yogurt could be animals and fungi, and then strawberries. So there's the four food groups that contains the four elements. So you eat that meal, you go for a run, and that the energy derived from that meal changes the electromagnetic energy in your atoms or the spirits, and it purges that, the evil sin that spirit is carrying is a thought in its memory. It gets rid of it and makes it forget it. So I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I'll teach you guys that eventually. So that's basically what the song's about. I went to see Anthony just the other day to ask me how to pray. He said this, and that. So that's basically what the song is about. Now the guy, Peter, his name is. He was another chief that my cousin Randy worked with. So he's making drums. He's from Nawash, our sister community, where Ralph Akawenji's from. So the girl asking for drums for her school over here made me think about that particular video too, because I remember watching that years ago. I thought, I think I'll put Nawash on there because they're our sister community too. So that him making the drums there, that's his contribution, which is connected to the young girl here asking for drums so that I could play a video from our sister community and then connect it to that song, Bang a Drum. Because it's about Native American spirituality, banging a drum, because that's kind of our culture. Although, every culture has the drum as their, primary musical instrument. So, but I believe it's, more closely related to us because we seem to bang on that drum when we're dancing around in circles in a powwow. As far as I can tell, I don't think anyone other than Native Americans have powwows where they bang a drum and dance in a circle. So the drum has a more, I would say, affiliation to Native Americans than anyone else on planet Earth. Just like we do with horses. But everyone pictures a Native American as sitting on the back of a horse, but horses are from Spain. They brought them here, and then it just became part of our culture. We never used to ride on horses, but that's how people think, right? So it goes along that line. If you think of Native Americans, you think of a headdress, a horse, and a drum, in other words. So that's why I included those two videos. And I thought I'd do an explanation after the fact. So if you want to go back and watch them again, you now know what they mean. So now I'm going to do... peanut butter there. Slobbering away. Okay, so we're gonna look at the two songs, right? So I don't know what this one's is, but it's by Fun. Some Nights, I think it is. Some nights I cash in, like he talks about cashing in his bad luck. He basically asks, I think, what do you stand for, right? That's what the main lyric in that song is, if I'm correct. They talk about, give me a second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are higher than Empire State. Um, what do I stand for? What do I stand for? He's talking about that. So I posed a question to you guys, the three amigos, who are a representation of Troy, my first cousin, Anton, my first cousin, and Emmerich, my first cousin, because they're three brothers. Who do you think the three brothers are related to? Can you guys take a guess? Because half the world should know what I'm talking about. The other half probably doesn't. But if you guys don't, I have to be mindful of what I say. So I'm not going to go there. But eventually you'll know what I mean when you read my books. So you guys are the three brothers. So you need a second to get your story straight. Because you need to know which side of the fence you want to stand on. Because half the world's standing over here with me. The other half is over there with an imposter. And only one story can be correct. It's either the story where the guy's speaking the 100% truth of what happened to him and what he did to save you, which you may find uncomfortable. I may not agree with it and dislike it, but oh well, man. That's how the cookie crumbles, man. Sometimes, combating evil isn't always like the movies, man, where the clouds part and some guy rides down in a horse and starts shooting lightning bolts out his fingers at some red devil with horns, and then the devil drops over and good triumphs over evil. It's not like that, man. Sometimes you gotta get a little dirty. Sometimes you have to fight on the street, man. Kick the guy in the ball sack or poke his eyes out. Anything to win the fight. So you look at it from that perspective, because determining whether or not you do determines on which side of the fence you want to be on. So remember that. So that's what the song is about. What do I stand for? Do you stand for me building this condo? For projects where these guys live in these projects here, man. They're like the slums, man. The slums of Toronto. And I'm trying to upgrade that neighborhood by building a 66-story condo tower where the kids and their families can live there rent-free. They don't have to pay a dime. All the furniture in there is paid for. They got a grocery store at the bottom. If they want food, they just go down there and everything's free. I'll even put a clothing store down there where kids can go shopping for free. A clothing store for the females for free. A clothing store for the males for free. There's going to be some pools there. Whatever they need is going to be in their building there. 66. Why 66 floors? Well, that's connected to Order 66. It's a Jedi meaning. The bad guys they issue Order 66, which makes the troops turn against the good guys. So the reason why I'm going 66 stories tall is because I'm issuing Order 66. The construction of a 66-story condo tower in Toronto, Blake Street, so that I can provide for my family there. Those are my children in that. Every single person in that community is my children. Because I'm the boss of creation and nobody else, man. And it's connected to Route 66. So that's how I know I have to build a condo tower 66 stories tall. Because Route 66 is an old route that goes from, you can drive from Toronto all the way over to, Los Angeles. So, two competing stories. And you need to get your story straight, guys. Because you need to understand what you stand for. What do you stand for? Do you stand for getting rid of me so that I can't accomplish my task here? Or do you want to come back to the family? Because that's what the other one's about. Taking a bus to Chinatown. If you take a bus to Chinatown, it means you're going from Troy to Anton. There's the three brothers to stand with us on the other side of the fence. As family. Because that's what the song Ho Hey is about. Family. Take that bus to Chinatown. And come be with the real people of creation who made everything. So that you don't need a second to get your story straight.